Okay, we are going to start standing today, but I'll just say before we stand, we're on to the third Niyama, sort of self discipline in a way, I suppose. And this week it's Tapas, which means living life with zeal and sincerity. The purifying flame is ignited. So really tapas is sort of about self-discipline but also pushing yourself sort of through things that, you know, keeping on trying at things that are good for you. Or it's as well thinking about Santosha that we did last week, which is contentment. So we're not striving and pushing ourselves, but when we know something's doing us good and is good for our minds or our bodies or whatever, it's about not giving up and about pushing ourselves through maybe the hard part of getting it done. So it's tapas of the mind is distinguished and tranquil, gentle and kind and quiet, sort of willpower and purity of thought. And it actually comes from the Sanskrit word tap, which actually means burn. So it's sort of like, could be like enthusiasm, you're burning enthusiasm as well. Catharsis. So it's when you're interested in something, or, you know, when you've got a passion for something, not giving up on it, really working at it to get the best out of it. So as it's sort of about heat, I thought we'd do quite a heating practice. It's quite cold today, so that'll be good. So we're going to stand up. We're going to start off by doing the standing warm-ups. Just get the whole body warmed up. So first of all, just coming to standing, just feeling the feet on the floor, spreading the toes, pressing into the feet, lengthening the legs, reaching the head up towards the ceiling, just gently tucking the pelvis under so that you've got that nice natural curve in the back. Shoulders are heavy, arms are heavy. Just notice the body standing here, first of all. Notice the spaciousness in the body. And just notice your breath, how it gently makes the body move. And then just lifting up the toes, coming onto the toes and gently lifting the heels, only a tiny bit, just sort of rocking backwards and forwards, feeling the whole of the feet. And then next time with the inhale, maybe come right up onto the toes, find that steady spot to concentrate on, arms above the head. That's it. Exhale, lower the arms and the heels down. And inhale, arms, heels, stretch through the body. And exhale, lower down. One more time, rock up onto the toes, stretch through the whole front and back of the body. And exhale, lower down. And then just keep the arms moving, so swinging the arms backwards and forwards. Just allow them to be heavy and loose, and then bring the knees in with it. So that sort of ski. Sweep. Coming back up to center. Just bring the legs slightly further apart. Make sure you've got room to just swing the arms around, just tapping the body with the arms. And then bringing the arms up and out, and then crossing them over. So it's moving all the energy around, creating some heat. Bringing the arms out again and coming into that pushing, as if you're pushing away to each side. So you're rocking over. That's it. And then bringing that arm out and then reaching, so you're reaching across to each side, so diagonally across the body. That's it. And then just float the arms down. Bring the left arm round, a couple of times back, 3 times, and then the other way, feeling into the arm socket. Right arm, noticing where else you move in the body as you circle the arm, and back the other way. And then both arms back, feeling that lovely opening in the chest. And then both arms forward. That's it. And then lifting up, left arm, right leg. So doing that. Marching, sort of marching thing. And then bringing the arms down, but carrying on stepping, different hand, different knee, opposite hand, knee, keeping the body upright. And then see if you can tap the foot, once again, keeping the body upright. That's it. A few more of those. And then back to standing. And let's just shake the body. Shake the legs, shake the shoulders, bring the arms up. This really unblocks any energy blockages. And then just coming to standing and just noticing for a moment all the energy moving around the body. And we're going to step to the front of the mat, feet hip distance apart. Inhale, sweep the arms up. First of all, just the palms facing each other, pressing into the ground, reaching the arms up. Bring the palms together and cross the thumbs, press into the right foot and press into the left. Back up to center, press into the left foot, press into the right. Back up to center, press the palms together and bring them down to heart center. And just feel the body here. Inhale with the palms together, press the arms up, bring them above the head again. Reach the arms up, maybe feel the arms over the ears. And then we're going to bring the palms down through the center of the body and come into Uttanasana. Bring the hands behind the legs, just press the hips up to the ceiling. Let the head be heavy, shake the head, nod the head. Bring the hands round to the front of the shins and lengthen the spine. Exhale, forward fold. Sweep the arms up in front, back up to standing, and this time just lower the arms down. That's a inhale, widely spread, circle the arms up above the head. Little bend in the knees, exhale, wide arms back down into Uttanasana. Inhale, slide the hands up the shins and lengthen the spine. Weight comes towards the front of the feet. And exhale, forward fold. Press into the feet, inhale, wide circled arms again, up above the head, and then just bring the arms down in front, down beside the sides of the body. That's it. Notice how the body's feeling. Inhale, sweep the arms up in front. Maybe gaze up to the ceiling, open up the chest. Little bend in the knees. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, forward fold. Bend the knees as much as you need to bring the hands to the floor and step the left foot back. That's it. Just reaching the head forward, pressing through the heel. And then we're going to press the hands into the floor and step back to plank. That's it. Press the hands into the ground, press the toes into the ground, lower the knees, bend the elbows, lower the chest, have the chin on the ground, 8-pointed pose. And then untuck the toes, scoop the body forward, nice long back of the neck, hug the elbows in into cobra. Exhale, lower the head down, press up to all fours. That's it. Spread the fingers, press the shins into the ground. Just a couple of cat-cows here. So inhaling, just looking towards the end of the mat. Exhaling, really emptying the breath out. Inhaling, just awakening the spine a bit. And exhale. And inhale. And exhale. Come back to neutral. And we'll step the left foot between the hands, back between the hands. Tuck the toes under and raise that back knee. Draw the hips towards each other and feel the length again from the heel to the crown of the head. And then step that right foot forward, back into Uttanasana. Gazing at the shins or the knees. Bend the knees, press into the feet, sweep the arms up. And hands down to heart center. And take a breath. So, inhale, arms up. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Draw the shoulder blades towards each other. And exhale, forward fold. Stepping the right foot back this time. That's it. Let's lower the knee and inhale and raise the arms up. That's it. Exhale, lower the hands down. We're going to step back to plank again. Press the ground away. That's it. And then again, lower the knees, bend the elbows, lower the chest and the chin. 8-pointed pose. Untuck the toes, slide through to cobra. Gently pulling on the ground, pressing the toes into the ground. And exhale, lower the head down. Press the hands into the ground to come back up onto all fours. Let's take the hips right back to the heels. Feel that lovely length in the spine. And then circle the hips around. Nice big circles. And then the other way. Bring the hips back to the heels and feel that lovely length again. And then coming back up onto all fours. Step the right foot between the hands. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Open up the chest. Feel that length in the sides of the body. Exhale, lower the hands down. Tuck the back toes under and raise the knee up. Feel the length again from the crown of the head to the heel. And then step the back foot forward, back into Uttanasana. Bend the knees, sweep the arms up, and exhale, hands to heart center. Just take a breath, notice how the body's feeling so far. Inhale, arms up, and exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, and exhale, forward fold. Step the left foot back again, and keep the knee up. You can always use a brick here if you want to use a brick under the left hand. Press the left hand into the ground and raise the right arm up. Draw the hips towards each other, press the feet into the floor, and just breathe here. One more inhale. Exhale, bring the hand down to the ground. Step back, downward dog. That's it. Take a breath here, pressing into the roots of the fingers, particularly the thumbs, tucking the armpits under, taking the hips back to the heels. And then really bend each knee, really feel into each hip. Bring the feet to stillness, press into the hands, take the hips back, and then roll down onto the knees again. That's it. And let's untuck the toes. Bring the left leg out behind and press into the ball of the foot. And then raise that leg up. That's it. Bring the right arm up and reach it in front. I'm going to inhale here and exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, all the breath out, elbow to knee. And one more time. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, elbow to knee. And then lengthening out and taking a breath here. Pressing through the heel, reaching through the body. Lower the hand, lower the knee. That's it. Just feel the body, the symmetry in the body, back in that neutral tabletop. And then bring the right foot behind, press into the ball of the foot. Raise the right leg up. Bring the left arm up and feel that length from heel to fingertips again. Inhale here, exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale, lengthen. And exhale, elbow to knee. One more time. Inhale, lengthen. And exhale, elbow to knee. And then lengthening out. Feeling that balance. And then lower the hand, lower the knee. Take the hips back to the heels. Lengthen the body. And then back up onto all fours. And step the left foot through between the hands. Tuck the back toes under and raise that back knee. That's it. Press the right hand into the floor or onto the brick. Raise the left arm up. Draw the hips towards each other. That's it. Feel that beautiful space in the chest. Press that front foot in. Press the ball of the back foot in. Nice deep breaths into the lungs. One more inhale. Exhale, bring the hand down. Step the back foot forward. Take hold of the elbows and just swing from side to side. Release the hands, bend the knees, and sweep the arms up again. Let's bring the palms together and just take a crescent to each side. And then release the hands down, the arms down to the sides of the body. That's it, and just notice how you're feeling. You're going to bring the legs in tight together. That's it. And we're going to inhale, raise the arms up. Exhale, squeeze the legs together, sit back, Utkatasana. That's it. Inhale, stand back up. Exhale, lower the arms down. Inhale, raise the arms up. Exhale, sit back. Really draw the pelvic floor up, draw all the waist, the muscles in the sides of the waist together, the hips, squeeze everything. Inhale, stand up. Exhale, lower the arms down. That's it. This time we're going to inhale, raise the arms up. And exhale, sit back, squeeze again, bring the little fingers to face towards each other, reach through the lower back. Exhale here and really feel that length. Sorry, we're inhaling here to feel the length. And then exhale, fold over the legs and into that forward fold. That's it. Bend the knees as much as possible. We're going to step both feet back into downward dog. That's it. Fingers nicely spread. Just first of all, just feel that downward dog. Let's rise up onto the tiptoes and then take the heels down. Rise up onto the tiptoes, bring the heels down. And just feel into the downward dog. Take the gaze towards the shins. You're going to inhale and raise the right leg up. And just first of all, press through both heels. Just feel that, that's it. We're going to inhale here. And we're going to exhale and bring the knee to the nose. Inhale, lengthen out again. And exhale, knee to nose. And one more time, inhale up. Exhale, knee to nose. And just see if you can just step the foot through here so that you come into the lunge again. Even just pick it up and move it so you're back in high lunge. That's it. Feel the length here. And then we're just going to hop that back foot forward so that we come up into the warrior one. Let's just bring the hands to the hips first. So just get the steady foundation. Feel that the hips are in line with the front of the mat. Really push into that outer edge of the back leg. Whoops. And just feel the length here. Let's first of all bring the arms up. Maybe bend that front knee more. That's it, lovely. Breathe into that beautiful space. And then we're going to lower the arms down. We're going to take hold of the forearms behind the back. So I've got them behind the back. And just gently lift them away from the back. So you're just pushing them away. Just take a couple of breaths here. So we're really opening the chest. Notice the breath here. And then finding a steady spot on the floor, meter or so in front. We're going to come into warrior three. So we're going to slide the hands down the forearms. We're going to bring them to the chest, prayer position, Anjali Mudra at the center of the chest. And then we're going to transfer that weight, steady eyes, onto the front leg and come into warrior three. So really engage all the muscles around the hips, press into both heels, Feel that length from crown of the head to heel of the foot. And breathing here. One more inhale. Bend the knee and gracefully lower that back leg. Keep the palms together and bring the arms up above the head. That's it. Exhale, lower the hands down to the ground. Hop the back foot back and come back to downward dog. And just take a couple of breaths here. Little bend in the elbows, little bend in the knees. Nice soft downward dog, but reaching the hips back. Let's lift the left leg up, press through both heels. Inhale here, and exhale knee to nose, shoulders over wrists. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, knee to nose, empty all the breath out. One more time, inhale, lengthen. And this time, bring the knee right up close to the chest, exhale, and step it through. That's it, and just feel that length. Then you can always bring the knee down and bring it through, whatever's good for you. And then we're going to hop that back foot forward, coming into warrior one this side. So slowly come up and bring the hands to the hips, and then find that steady base. Press into the outer edge of the right foot. Feel the toes nice and spread on each foot. And then sweeping the arms up, feeling that length in the sides of the body. That's it. Lower the arms down and take hold of the forearms again. See if you can even alter the one that's on top, one that feels a bit weird, and then press the arms away. Keep the face nice and soft and the neck soft. And then just release the grip, slide the hands apart, bring them round to the front and to prayer position, Anjali Mudra at the front of the chest. Steady the mind, steady the eyes on a spot in front. And then slowly and mindfully transfer the weight onto that front foot. You can just scoop that back foot along and just come into the warrior three this side. So really pressing into both heels, pressing the palms together, keeping the breath nice and steady. One more inhale. And exhale, lower that foot down to the ground. Bring the palms up together above the head, arms each side of the ears. Just lengthen there. It's a nice warrior one, that's it. Exhale, lower the hands down to each side of the feet. Hop the back foot back. And let's come back to downward dog again. Take a breath here. And then bend the knees, bring the knees nice and wide. Head to the ground, a couple of breaths of child pose. And just notice how you're feeling so far. Allow everything to soften. And then we're going to come up, we're going to build up to the bit of a strong pose after that, just the last strong standing pose, incorporating balance and strength and sort of determination, I suppose. So let's come up to all fours, bring the knees hip distance apart. That's it. Take the hips back to the heels and have the elbows off the ground, fingers really spread. Just press the hips into the heels. And then inhale up to the knees, tuck the toes under, back into downward dog. That's it. And let's start with the left foot. Let's raise the left leg up. And then remember when we stack the hips, so we twist the hips around and we bend that left knee. So the weight of the left leg is opening up the hips at the front of it. Just feel that you're pressing into the hands evenly here. So you've got as much weight on each hand. You can look towards the leg, or you can just look towards the ground, wherever your neck feels comfortable. And just breathe into that opening in the hip. And then we're just going to swing that leg round, and then your choice to either come down onto the knee or to just step it through again to help it through. And we're going to come up into the warrior one, into a warrior one again. So just finding that base first. And we're going to it is quite tricky, but it's really good for concentration and everything. We're going to come from a warrior one into Garuda, into eagle pose. So determination, balance, I always really wobble in it and it's quite hard to do. So left leg is forward. Let's bring the arms up first of all and just feel that warrior one. So press into the outer edge of the right foot again, feel both feet. Notice that you can feel the whole of both feet on the ground. And then we're just going to bring the arms down in front. And we want to take the right arm round. Remember, we hug the shoulder blades. So we're coming into that, hugging the shoulder blades, creeping the arms round. And now we're going to move into the eagle legs. So once again, we're going to fold forward. We can just slowly slide that leg forward and just bring it through. Keep your eyes on a steady point in front, and then bend that, standing that front knee, cross the leg over. You can double bind, or you can just stay with the leg crossed over, or even have the foot on the floor. And then we're going to release the arms and bring them into those Garuda eagle arms. And take the hips back. And just breathe here. Maybe raise the elbows up. Release the arms. And step the foot back. That's it, lovely. To warrior one. Just take a breath here, bring the arms up again. Exhale, lower the hands down to the ground, hop the back foot back, and come into downward dog. Again, just take a breath here. Brilliant. Couple of breaths here. Notice each side of the body. And then let's raise the right leg up. Stack the hips and let that right leg be heavy. Press into the hands evenly again, opening up the hips. Breathe, take a breath down into the hip. Press that left heel into the floor. And then look towards the hands. Even the hips up, just bring that knee through or come down onto the left knee and step that right foot forward. Lovely. Hop the back foot forward for the warrior one position again and come up, hands to hips, find that base again. Really spread the toes. Think about having the feet, particularly the front foot, really spread so that you can really take all the weight when we come into Garuda. So we're going to inhale and bring the arms up. Feel both feet evenly on the floor. Feel the length in the sides of the body. Then we're going to bring the arms down in front we're going to bring the left arm over first to the shoulder blade, and the right arm is on top because it'll be the right leg underneath. First of all, feel the length here, feel the steadiness. And then find that spot that you're going to focus on and slowly take the weight into the front foot. You can just lightly drag that left leg along. Come up to standing. Hook that left leg over. Maybe double bind. Bend the knees. Find your steady place. Release the hands and come into the Garuda arms. And press the elbows up. Take the hips back. Remember to breathe. Whoops. Release the arms and step that left foot back into warrior one, and just bring the arms up one more time. Exhale, lower the hands down to the ground. Hop the back foot back and back into downward dog. Take the hips back, last downward dog. Shake the head, nod the head. Take your mind through the hands, up through the arms, up to the hips. Feel the legs. And then let's this time inhale up through the feet, through the soles of the feet, up through the legs to the hips. And then exhale the air right up through the body, maybe through the hands back into the ground. Bend the knees, bring the knees really wide and come into a child's pose for a couple of breaths. And then we're going to walk the hands back. Keep the knees wide and tuck the toes under, and we're going to come into a squat with the really on the heels up and the hands on the ground to start with. Really good stretch for the feet. That's it. It's just squatting here, bringing the knees up, hands on the ground. That's it, that's it. Really lengthen the spine here, so you can just have the fingertips on the ground, press the feet into the ground, and either staying here or maybe finding that steady spot and coming up, bringing the hands to heart center and taking a couple of breaths here. Spine nice and long. Breath steady and even. And then releasing the hands down. That's it. We're just going to come down onto the knees and untuck the toes. And I'm just going to show you this mudra, which is called Garuda mudra. And which sort of means eagle mudra as well. And it's sort of steadying for the mind. Let me just see what I just actually wrote. So it invigorates, so sort of invigorates and balances, that's the words I was looking for, at the same time. And it's supposed to balance each side of the body and balance the sort of wind energy inside the body, the sort of stormy energy. It's supposed to balance that. And what you do is you cross the right arm over the left. I'll do it the opposite, like a mirror. So you want the right hand on top and just hook the thumbs and have the fingers really spread. You see that?
Mary, I just want to check, is it all right if I do it cross-legged rather than on my knees?
Yeah, sure. We're going to come onto our fronts. I'm just showing you this.
Okay.
Yeah, do it if that's fine, Joe. Okay, yeah, because I'm just showing you the mudra because we're going to try and do it in a forearm plank. Okay, so it's the right hand on top, even though to you, and it's the wrists that are sort of crossed, and the thumbs hook into each other. So it sort of looks like wings. It's quite nice to sit with the hands in front or at the stomach level. They say to sort of take several breaths at heart level. That's it. So I'm just going to show you that. Just take a breath here. And then we're just going to release the arms, and we're just going to come forward. You can see me there. Onto our fronts and just come into crocodile, because we're going to use that mudra in a minute. So just let the body release forward. Everything sink to the front of the body. Notice where you can release. Completely releasing. Take the hips from side to side. Let the heels be heavy, the shoulders released, head really heavy on the hands. And notice the breath, how the rib cage against the ground. Now as you breathe, the ground pressing against the rib cage against the ground. And then we're going to lengthen the legs out, really lengthen them out behind in line with the hips. Press the toes into the ground. And we're going to bring the hands round to the sides of the ribs, hug the elbows in, and inhale, come up to a cobra. That's it. Exhale, bring the right cheek down, right ear. And exhale up, inhale up to cobra. Exhale, left ear down. And inhale up to cobra. And then exhale the forehead down. Tuck the toes under and come onto the forearms. Bring the elbows a little bit behind the shoulders, because we're going to come into forearm plank. First of all, just the traditional. So first of all, with the hands spread. So we're going to inhale, gently look towards the front of the mat, and exhale, raise the hips up, press through the heels. That's it. Really clench all the muscles to the bones, feel the length in the spine, and exhale, lower down. Untuck the toes, and then make fists with the hands and bring the hands into fists. You can hug the thumbs into the fists and press those forearms into the ground. Tuck the toes under. Inhale, press the hips in and feel press into the heels. And exhale, then raise the hips up. Press through the heels, reach with the crown of the head. Really press the forearms into the ground. And then inhale, release. Lovely. And then the last one, you can either repeat the one we just did, or try doing it with the Garuda mudra. So you'd cross the right hand on top, hug the thumbs, press the forearms into the ground, keep the fingers nice and spread. So the hands sort of won't be completely on the ground. You're using the forearms much more and not really using the hands. So really feel that contact with the ground, with the forearms, and then tuck the toes under. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, raise the hips up, and let's take a few breaths here. So drawing the pelvic floor up, drawing all the hips around the muscles around the hips to the center, the waist muscles into the center, reaching forward with the long back of the neck, keeping the breath steady. And then release down, release the arms back into crocodile. Take the hips from side to side and just take a couple of breaths here. bring the hands to each corner of the mat or towards each corner of the mat, and then just press into the hands, bring the legs wide, and just lengthen the arms up, draw the shoulder blades together. That's it, and just take a few breaths here. Allow the hips and the buttocks to release. And just breathing into that sort of extended Sphinx pose, extended cobra. And then release down. Bring the hands to the sides of the ribs. Really nice wide knees. Back into child's pose. Just release the arms. Let hips be heavy, back be heavy. Head really heavy on the ground. Just take a few breaths here after those forearm planks. Noticing where else you can allow the body to soften. Noticing how you're feeling so far through the practice. And then walking the hands back. And we're going to bring the legs forward. That's it. Let's just first come into Dandasana. So just bringing the fingertips to the ground and just lengthening the spine. It's just feeling that. That's it. Nice space from shoulders to ears. Feeling that length in the spine. Bringing the hands down, fingers facing towards the body, bending the knees and the feet are hip distance apart. Really spread the feet, spread the fingers. Inhale, lengthen, and exhale, squeeze everything together and raise the hips up. That's it. Maybe tuck the chin into the chest, or you can always look to the ceiling, whatever's good for you. Press into the floor here. And then lower the hips down. That's it. Keep the hands behind and the knees bent. Just really draw the chest between the shoulders and feel that length. So we really want to have that length. So we're going to come into Navasana, boat pose now. So keeping that length in the spine, let's take both a hand each to the back of the thigh. So we really want to keep those shoulder blades coming together and keeping that length. And we're drawing everything to the center again. So it's the abdominal muscles that are keeping this length. And then bringing the legs together and just raising them up. Maybe spread the toes here. That's it. And maybe release the arms. Really draw everything into the center. Maybe you want to lengthen the legs out. Or keep them bent, whichever's good for you. Really make sure no pain in the lower back. Breathing here. And then releasing the legs down. Just bringing the bottom forward and lowering down onto the ground. And just bring the feet hip distance apart and let the knees drop in. And just let everything settle to the back of the body now. Just take a few breaths to allow it all to settle down. The skeleton to settle towards the back, onto the ground. Keep the back of the neck really nice and long. Maybe the chin slightly tucked in. Let's bring the knees up and just windscreen wipe the knees from side to side. Really feeling into the hips. And then we're going to bring the knees into the chest. Just hug them in first of all, let the shoulders be released. And then keep the knees towards the chest and bring the arms down. And even bring the thumbs a little bit underneath the hips, the buttocks, and hug the elbows and the arms into the body, because we're going to use the arms as well as the core muscles for when we're lifting and lowering the legs. So we're going to stretch the legs up to the ceiling. In fact, let's just circle the feet around the ankles first, in one direction and then the other. And then legs tight together, pressing through the heels. Press the shoulders gently and the arms into the ground. And then really thinking about using the core muscles. Just inhale, using those core muscles. We're going to inhale lower towards the ground, really slowly. Drawing all those muscles to the center of the stomach. Bring the feet just about an inch above the ground, a couple of inches above the ground. And then exhale, really using those core muscles, bring the legs back up. That's it. So we're just inhaling, you can even do it like in 3 parts. Inhaling a third down, 2/3 down, really using those core muscles. And then just below, just above the ground, hovering. Exhale, really use those stomach muscles to pull the legs back up. That's it. Coming down a third, then another third, and then hovering above the ground. And then really engaging those abdominal muscles to bring the legs back up. That's it. And one more time. Lower a third. Engage those muscles around the hips and the abdomen. Another third. And then hovering above the ground. And then really use the abdominal muscles to bring them right back up. Bend the knees, hug the knees into the chest, and just roll from side to side. And then bring the hands down again, roll onto the sort of edge of the thumbs again, where the hands were before. And then we're going to raise the legs up again. And this time we're just going to walk them out. So without touching the ground, in the lower, say the right leg towards the ground, and then just changing. So really, again, using the abdominal muscles. That's it. Build up a little bit of heat. Last bit of heat we're going to build up. A few more. That's it. Bring both legs up. And then one more time, really use the abdominal muscles to lower them slowly, slowly, slowly to the ground, building that heat up in the center of the body. And then release the legs to the ground. Bring the arms out. And just notice how the body's feeling. That's a lot of work around the sort of center of the body. That's it. Bend the knees. Again, let's just windscreen wipe the legs again. That's a really nice release after doing leg lifts. And then back to center. And just feeling the body on the ground. Bring the palms down again. Just very soft. We're just going to do very soft bridge pose. So just inhale, press into the feet, gently press into the arms and shoulders, and just raise the hips up. It's just a nice antidote as well from lifting the leg lifts. Really see how much of the spine you can feel as you exhale and curl the spine back down onto the ground. And then let's inhale and raise the arms up, raise the hips up. And exhale, curl the spine back down, bring the arms back down. Hands and buttocks hit the ground, touch the ground at the same time. That's it. And just lower them down. Bring the right knee into the chest and hug it into the chest. Press the left foot into the floor. Lengthen the left leg out along the ground. Place the right sole of the foot on top of the left thigh and use that left hand to just take that knee across and extend the right arm out. And just really release into this lovely supine twist. You might want to take your gaze over towards the right and just let it completely relax where it is. So just allow everything to soften, but really notice the twist around the waist. So massaging the digestive organs. Breathe down to below the navel. As you inhale, feel the length, and as you exhale, just really release into that twist. Allow the legs to be heavy, particularly the right leg, which is what is creating the twist. Right shoulder is really relaxed. Notice where else you can soften into the twist. Another couple of breaths here. And then come back up to center and just lengthen both legs out. Notice each side of the body. Bend the knees, bring the feet flat on the floor. And then bring the left knee to the chest. Hug it in, press the right foot into the floor first of all. Let the shoulders come towards the ground. And then extend the right leg out. Place the left sole of the foot on top of the right thigh. And use the right hand to just bring that left leg over to the right and extend the left arm out. Remember, just work out where it feels good for you today. And then inhaling, lengthening, feeling the length in the body, exhaling, giving into the twist. The exhalation making that little bit of room for you as the breath is expelled from the body. Allow the hips to really release in this position. The shoulders to really release. Keep the neck nice and soft. The face soft. Another couple of breaths here. And then coming back to center. Lengthening the legs out, reaching up, reaching along the ground, sorry. We're going to do one more thing before we come into relaxation, which is quite nice to do after doing the standing Garuda, we're actually going to do finish off with a supine eagle pose. So we're going to bend the knees again and bring the feet to the floor. Let's bring the left arm over first to the right shoulder blade, and then bring the right arm over. Hug, keep as much of the back on the floor as possible. And then just cross that right leg over the left, maybe double bind it and bring the knees towards the chest. Just do it quite softly here, just sort of draw the knees towards the chest and then come into those eagle arms and just bring the elbows up. Feel as much of the back on the ground as possible. Couple of breaths here. And then let's bring the knees and the elbows towards each other, but keep the head on the ground. And then release the legs and the arms. Place the feet on the floor. Just notice what's going on in the body. That's a really good sort of like massage for all of the inner organs. And if you squeeze the legs together, just squeezing loads of toxins. So this time we want the left arm to come over first and then the right. Is that right? No, sorry, other way around. Right arm, then left arm. So the right arm's on the bottom and then the left leg is coming on the top. Bring the knees towards the chest, maybe double bind the legs. Come up into eagle arms. First of all, just bring the elbows up so you're sort of looking at them if that's comfortable. And then bring the elbows and the knees towards each other. Just breathe into that, compressing that whole sort of abdominal space. And then release. Bring the feet as wide as the mat again. Windscreen wipe the legs from side to side. Gently bring the knees up and just place the hands on the knees. So we're not squeezing them in or anything. We're just going to circle the knees around. Give the back a bit of a massage. And then in the other direction. And then just release one leg to one corner of the mat, one to the other. First of all, let's bring the hands to the abdomen and rest the hands on the abdomen. Feel the breath here. Maybe you can still feel a bit of heat that we've created during the practice. Notice the breath moving the abdomen, sides of the body. And then if it's comfortable for you, just bring the hands away, keep the upper arms where they are, and just bring the palms open to the universe. Fingers released, palms released. Arms completely released, heavy on the ground. Follow the arms up to the shoulders. Just allow the shoulders to release. Allow the back of the neck to be released and the head to be really heavy against the ground. Feel the shoulder blades against the ground and the back of the ribs, the buttocks and back of the hips, the back of the thighs, the back of the knees, the calves and the heels. Really allow the back of the body to completely release and yield to the ground. Take a nice long slow inhalation in through the nose And just sigh out through the mouth. Allow everything to release. Bring the focus to the soles of the feet. Soften the toes and the tops of the feet, the shins, the knees, the tops of the thighs, the front of the hips, the pelvis, the abdomen, the sides of the waist, front of the ribs, the sides of the ribs. Just imagine all that space, visualize all that space around the lungs and the heart. And then across the collarbone area, soften the throat, the sides of the neck. Really release the jaw. Think about following the jaw up, right up towards the ears, and just allowing it to completely release. Tongue soft. The lips are soft. All the muscles are released around the eyes. Eyes just sinking back towards the head. And the forehead is completely released. And the crown of the head. So the whole body is completely released, completely relaxed. Cooling down and releasing after the heating practice. So tapas is a commitment to making conscious choices in thoughts, actions, and words that lead you towards your truest self. Anytime we dedicate ourselves to developing healthy habits, tapas occurs, burning off our unhealthy habits. So then very slowly and mindfully, beginning to bring your attention back to this morning, becoming aware of your environment, the four walls around you and the floor beneath you, ceiling above, where your body is within these walls. And then just bringing some movement to the toes, the fingers, maybe taking the head from side to side, bending the knees and bringing the feet to the ground, feeling the ground. And then just rolling over to one side and taking a breath on one side. Before coming up to seated, keeping the eyes at a low gaze or even closed when you're ready. Coming to a comfortable position, taking this moment to notice how the body's feeling after the practice, how the mind is feeling, and how the emotions are. And then let's bring the palms together and really rub the palms together to create that heat. Place the palms over the eyes. Let that heat be absorbed into the head, into the body. Open the eyes up into the palms, that gentle light, and then bring the palms down to heart center. And I hope you've benefited from our tapas practice today, and have a good week.
Thanks, Mary.
Thank you.
When I saw the waiting room, you know how it will say you are in the waiting room for Mary Bettridge's yoga class or whatever.
Yeah.
You are in the waiting room for tapas, and I thought, oh, Mary sent us the wrong link. She must have had like a tapas party online or something. In Spanish tapas, right?
Yeah.
Oh, so I closed it and I clicked on it again, thinking, oh, maybe it's me. Is it Mary?
No, it's funny that it's tapas as well. Tap means hot in Sanskrit.
Right.
So I wonder if tapas comes from like hot little dishes or something like that.
Oh yes, it's kind of travelled across.
Couldn't it?
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Anyway, keep warm to get today. I think most people will be doing the recording.
Really great. I struggled with the hovering.
I did too.
Yeah, it's strong. That really creates heat everywhere.
The trouble is because my core maybe doesn't quite, so it's the small of my back that's going, oh no, I don't know if I want you to do that.
Yeah.
Trying to connect the core, make the abdomen.
Sometimes even bringing the hands in even further underneath can help that.
Right. Yeah.
You're actually right on your hands.
Because then
that really helps, because you press into, it stops pressing into the lower back then. So you really are just engaging all those muscles right there.
Yeah.
Because that's what you need. It's about pulling everything like that, center. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Okay, have a good day.
Mary.
Oh, next week, I've got the funeral on Wednesday.
Oh,
So I was going to do the class Tuesday morning. How's that for either of you?
That's all right.
At the same time, 9:30.
They're saying I'll do it at the same time, and I'll record it, so if people can't make it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because it's an early funeral, so there's no way I could squeeze it in as well.
Where's it going to be, Mary?
In Mortlake.
Oh, beautiful.
And then we're all back at the Cinema Museum having the reception there.
Lovely.
So, yeah.
Lovely. Oh,
So
that's a beautiful crematorium.
Be a lot, it'd be beautiful because we'll be by the river and everything. It's beautiful trees.
And there's lots of light in the actual chapel. I've been to 2 funerals there. Yeah.
Yeah, it'll be nice. It'll be really nice. So, well, as nice as a funeral can be.
Yeah.
So
exactly.
maybe the sun will. It's been a bit grey recently, hasn't it? Hopefully the sun will be back.
Yeah, well, it's clearing now. Actually, the sun did come through this morning, but we're getting all the weather now, so it can be nice for next Wednesday.
Yeah. Okay, both of you. Thanks for coming. And
Thanks,
see you
Mary.
Tuesday.
Okay, then. Thank
See
you.
you on Tuesday.
Lots of love.
Bye, girls.
Bye.
Bye. I can't get the thing.